Have you ever felt like the energy between you has shifted, but you can't quite figure out whether this is the start of a new beginning or the definite end? Today, the angels are asking you to listen with an open heart. The person who has been on your mind has undergone a profound change, a transformation that wasn't just external but reached the quietest parts of their soul. However, what this person is about to do could either break you completely or, surprisingly, bring you back together. And you need to be prepared for both scenarios. The angels have been watching this connection since the beginning. They saw when you first met how there was a different kind of light, almost indescribable, in the way everything started. It was as if your hearts recognized each other even before words were spoken. But over time, there came misunderstandings, silence, fears cloaked in indifference. This person stepped away. Maybe they became quiet. Maybe they made choices that hurt you deeply. And yet, you felt like something wasn't finished. That something bigger was happening behind the scenes. You were right. The change that this person has been experiencing lately has been intense. The angels reveal that they were faced with their own truth. They had to confront feelings they had buried, wounds they didn't realize still hurt, memories they always avoided. And even if you didn't see this with your own eyes, that transformation is happening, and you were the silent trigger for it all. Your energy, your love, the way you moved forward without losing faith. All of this is resonating in this person's heart in a way they can no longer ignore. But here's the delicate point. Not every transformation automatically leads to a reunion. Sometimes, when a soul awakens, it can still be lost, confused, and it may make impulsive decisions, even decisions that hurt. The angels want to prepare you, because something is approaching. This person is about to make an unexpected move. Something that will clearly reveal how far their courage extends to express their feelings for you. And depending on what they decide, you might feel devastated or divinely surprised. That's why the angels are asking you to anchor your inner strength. To remember who you are. To not place your emotional peace in anyone else's hands, no matter how important that person is. Close your eyes for a moment. Do you remember the last time you truly felt peace? That quiet calm that comes when you feel whole, even when the world is falling apart. That peace doesn't depend on anyone's choice. It arises from your connection to the divine, to your essence, to the angels who are always by your side. And it's in that place that you need to be right now. Because the coming days may bring revelations. This person may finally open their heart. Or they may try to run away one more time. But regardless of what happens, the angels are certain of one thing. You will come through this stronger, more aware, and more connected to true love, whether with this person, or with a new love that will find you whole. What's about to happen is not a punishment. It's a liberation. And this story is still being written. Have you noticed how, sometimes, life places us in emotional pauses? As if to say, wait, observe, trust. And during this waiting time, the silence from the other person screams. The distance hurts. The absence weighs heavy. But it's also in this empty space that the angels speak most clearly. They want you to know, the distance from this person was not indifference, it was fear. Yes, fear. Fear of feeling so much. Fear of not measuring up. Fear of opening their heart and losing control. This person sees you as someone bright, intense, and genuine. And that scares them more than you can imagine. Because they carry traumas. Scars. A past that taught them that love is risky, that giving yourself fully is dangerous, and that being vulnerable is synonymous with pain. So they pulled away. Tried to rationalize. Tried to replace you with distractions, routines, and silence. But the more they try to escape, the stronger their memory of you becomes. The angels are showing that, even from a distance, you never left this person's mind. And now more than ever, they are grappling with a devastating internal conflict. To follow their heart and risk getting hurt, or to hide behind pride and lose the love of their life. This is exactly where they find themselves right now. And what's about to happen could be definitive. You might be sensing a change in the air, that strange feeling that something is about to happen. And yes, it is. This person is on the brink of a decision-making moment. A moment when they will need to choose, to keep running away, or to open up completely. And this could manifest in unexpected ways: a message, a reunion, a confession, or even a gesture that, at first glance, seems confusing but carries a hidden truth. That's why the angels ask you not to react immediately. Breathe. Observe. Feel. Because this decision isn't just theirs. It's yours too. You will also have to choose. Are you ready to forgive? To start anew? Or is this the moment to close this chapter with grace and dignity? One thing is certain: what is coming will reveal to you the true nature of this connection. And it can indeed break you, if you place all your expectations in the hands of the other person. But it can also be the beginning of a new phase, one that is more mature, more conscious and deeper, if both of you are ready. And even if the outcome isn't what you expect, the angels assure you, you won't be alone. Because this story, even if it ends now, was a portal. An awakening. And what comes next is a version of yourself that is much stronger, more intuitive and freer. After all, when a soul goes through a true transformation, it never returns to being the same. Neither yours, nor theirs. That's why it's time to strengthen your light. To reconnect with your essence. To remember that the most important love in your life isn't what you feel for them. It's what you feel for yourself. Life will give you signs. And the angels, as always, will be by your side, illuminating every step. They ask you, trust. What is about to happen has a much greater purpose than you can imagine. Do you remember the first time you felt something different between you two? Maybe it was in the gaze. In the way this person listened to you. Or in those conversations that went too deep, too fast, like the souls were reuniting, not just getting to know each other. The angels reveal that this feeling wasn't just yours. This person felt it too. From the very beginning. But unlike you, who embraced this feeling with an open heart, they tried to control it, rationalize it, even suffocate it. And now, after everything you both experienced, they find themselves facing an internal mirror. They are beginning to see clearly all the times they pulled away out of fear. When they chose pride over surrender. When they preferred silence to vulnerability. And this is hurting them more than you can imagine. The angels show a clear image. This person is in conflict. A part of them wants to reach out, open their heart, say everything that has been stuck in their throat for so long. But the other part still fears not being understood, fears being judged, fears that it might be too late. They don't know how you will react. And deep down, they also don't know if they have enough strength to sustain what they feel for you. That's why the next move they make will be decisive. It can be an act filled with courage and love. Or it can be a gesture of withdrawal, not due to a lack of feeling, but from a lack of emotional readiness to handle the intensity of that connection. And you, dear soul, need to be prepared for both paths. Because even if her choice hurts you, the most important choice will still be yours. Will you succumb to despair, or will you trust that the angels are redirecting this story towards something even greater, even if you can't see it now? There is a powerful force within you that you may have forgotten. You are the woman who stands tall even when the world crumbles around her. The one who loves truthfully, but also knows when to let go. The one who gives herself fully but does not abandon herself. And it is this strength that the angels want to reignite today. Because if this person comes back, and is genuine, mature, willing to grow alongside you, then yes, this could be the rebuilding of something divine. But if she chooses to leave, or comes close still wounded, confused, unable to support a real love, then perhaps what the angels are preparing for you is a new love. A love that arrives without noise, without games, without doubts. A love that matches your light. You need to know, nothing you experienced with this person was in vain. You crossed paths to awaken, to heal, to expand. And now, the universe is about to test what each of you has learned. So, observe. Not with neediness, but with wisdom. Listen to what is unspoken. Feel beyond words. And above all, honor your intuition. It already knows the way. You are ready. And the angels, as always, walk beside you, whispering to your soul that the best is yet to come. The time has come. The angels show that this person is approaching a moment where it will no longer be possible to delay, hide, or pretend. It's as if the universe is pushing this soul to an emotional limit, forcing her to confront everything that has been avoided until now. Silence no longer protects. Running away brings no relief. Pride no longer serves as a shield. She knows, either she speaks, or she loses. Either she surrenders, or she watches you leave. And what she decides to do now could change everything. But before you place all your hopes on this moment, the angels ask you something important. Put yourself at the center of your own story. Don't sit back waiting for someone who is still learning to navigate their own heart to make a move. Don't tie your happiness to a declaration, a message, a gesture. Because you are not a supporting character in this story. You are the heart of it. Your presence has been the beacon in this person's darkness. And even if she hasn't said it out loud, she knows. She knows how different you've been. She knows your energy is rare. That your devotion was authentic. And that she has never encountered anyone who touched her soul the way you did. But here's the truth the angels want to remind you. Recognition is not the same as action. Someone can feel everything for you and still lack the courage to move, to choose, to take a stand. And you can no longer live in the expectation of a change that may never come. Because what you have to offer, your ability to love, to embrace, to inspire, is far too divine to be wasted where there is no genuine reciprocity. You deserve a love that chooses to stay. That doesn't hide. That doesn't leave you in doubt. And yes, perhaps this person is preparing to offer you just that. The angels indicate that there is indeed a real chance for a fresh start. A powerful, clean, healing reconnection. But only if it comes with truth. With action. With maturity. If it comes halfway, if it comes just to soothe their own guilt, then perhaps you need to be the first to say, "Not like this anymore." The angels want you to be ready to love again, but without sacrificing yourself on the altar of an unresolved story. Take a deep breath. Feel your strength. You are not the woman you were yesterday. You've endured pains that only you know. You've cried in silence. You've waited for answers. And still, you kept believing in love. And that's why you will know what to do when that moment arrives. You will know whether it's worth welcoming this person back into your life. Or if it's time to close this chapter with gratitude, making room for the new. Because what's coming could break, or heal. But what will define that is not just their choice. It's yours. You are more awakened than ever. And the angels are by your side, preparing you for one of the most important moments of your journey. Don't be afraid. You are already ready. Dear soul, you have made it this far with an open heart, navigating through memories, sensations, hopes, and old wounds. And now, the angels ask for silence for a moment. Silence to hear your own soul. Because while you thought you were waiting for a gesture from him, the universe was, in fact, preparing you for something much bigger, your own awakening. Yes, that person has gone through a deep transformation. And yes, they are about to do something that could shake everything up, for better, or for worse. But now, you are no longer the woman who merely watches. You are the one who chooses. Who directs. Who decides the next chapter. And your decision, even if silent, will be heard on the spiritual plane. The angels reveal that this connection was a mission. A mission of healing, of reflection, of soul. This person came into your life to teach you what love is, and what love cannot be. They taught you where you still nullified yourself. Where you waited for breadcrumbs. Where you confused intensity with presence. But they also revealed to you how capable you are of loving. How generous, intuitive, and full of light your heart is. And that, dear soul, no one can take away from you. That's why when she reappears, because the angels say that moment is very close. Breathe. Don't rush. Don't fool yourself. But also, don't shut down out of fear. Listen with your heart wide open. If there is true regret, if there is a genuine desire to grow alongside you, you will know. And if not, you will know that too. Because the woman you are today no longer needs external validations to recognize her own worth. The angels say that true love never requires you to diminish yourself. It expands. It shines light. It brings peace, even amidst chaos. And that's exactly what the next chapter of your life will deliver to you: peace. If it's with this person, it will be because you both chose one another completely. If it's without her, it will be because you finally understood that walking alone for a while can be the greatest act of self-love in your story. Now the angels ask something very simple, yet very powerful from you: trust. Trust that you are being guided. Trust that everything coming your way has a greater purpose than your current understanding can grasp. Trust that nothing truly yours will be lost. And that if this story is meant to continue, it will be because you both are ready. But if it's not, a new love will come. And it will come lighter, clearer, more aligned with the extraordinary woman you have become. The truth, dear soul, is that no one can truly break you, because you have rebuilt yourself before. And if necessary, you will know how to do it again. But now with wings. With awareness. And with the angels by your side, reminding you every day that your worth is eternal. The choice this person makes is theirs. But how you choose to live with it is yours. And the angels smile, because they know you will choose wisely.